Even the best of us will be given the opportunity to kill a married man or woman's love and the development of their two beings, quote, becoming one flesh, close quote. The opportunity to demonize or kill the spirit in others, in other people's relationships, is present every day. This is the Practicing Christian. Our report this week is on Commandment 7. One must understand some of the distinctive aspects of a Christian marriage in order to completely understand why adultery can be so devastating for us. The first such point is described in Genesis 2:24. Therefore a man leaves his father and mother and clings to his wife, and they become one flesh. Close quote. So a Christian man and woman, once married, begin to become one being in so many ways. The old saw about older husbands and wives starting to look like each other may have originated with this. Couples who've made a good job of merging their lives into one another's tend to have similar small acts of attention or kindness that they show each other, similar smiles offered to one another, and their eyes look with love at one another in similar ways. For a man to steal the beloved of another man in a marriage such as this is close to the murder of love and unity. God is quite clear about this. You shall not commit adultery. Brides breaking the heart of their husbands should recognize that this also may result in the partial or complete death of one or more new citizens of God's kingdom. I'm referring to the children of the betrayed spouse as well as the offspring of the betrayer. Have you ever reached deeply into the heart of a child, even if she or he is now 50 years old, once confronted with this sort of deceit, and seen the difficulty that person has in ever trusting the goodness and honor of so-called friends or even lovers that he or she may come to have? If a child is exposed to the loss of a parent through such treachery, how well can that man or woman continue on his or her path of growth as a Christian with the memory of one who claimed to belong to Christ and who caused such pain within his or her heart? It could easily have happened that his birth into a Christian family and their commitment to rear him to be a child of God has become as ashes where there once was a warm flame of love and hope. When we understand these elements of Christian marriage, we can begin to understand the trauma of adultery in a perhaps once Christian family. Oh, there can be pain and loss in a family that doesn't profess Christ at all. But the letdown in a family which profess to be growing citizens for God's kingdom, that is their children and one another, is more than secular people might bear. If you are in a marriage that has begun to grow cold and distant, first find out what you two are doing with your time that leaves you uninterested or worn out when you have free time with each other. Then stop thinking of sex in connection with bedtime. When else during the day are you less likely to have energy and desire? Quit buying your beloved chocolates for special days and making her fat with them. Save your money for an occasional hotel room visit with her. Put a photo of yourself on a dresser mirror that you'll see day after day. A photo of how you looked when you were 19. Stop eating fried pork rinds. Start working out. Remember that all the other things you've taken delight in over the years, like learning to ride a motorcycle or to play a guitar, took time, study, patience, and commitment. Why doesn't she? If you still can't get the sort of relationship you want with her, try the measure of last resort. Ask her what she'd like from you, and for some ideas on how to get there. Have you ever known a couple playing tennis doubles who never talked with each other about how to have a good game together? How many people talk about their sex with one another? And don't for a minute tell yourself, well, that wouldn't work. I know she wouldn't want that. Without having asked. That's shooting yourself in the foot and reloading fast. Serve then. Be the king's right arm.